Hey guys, what's up? So first of all, I would like to sincerely apologize for my absence the past 2 weeks. I really don't have a very good excuse other than the fact my life has been a little hectic. So, I apologize, and it won't happen again. So the topic I wanted to talk about this week is self-harm. When I was considering if I wanted to really go there or not, I figured, well, I've pretty much shared every other personal story from my life with you guys, so why not this too? Self-harm is a pretty sensitive subject for most people, I think. But the thing is, I think it's a lot more common than a lot of people realize. For me, I will admit, I feel like this is like an AA meeting. Hi, my name is Devin, and I am a cutter. And I say am because I feel like once you're a self-harmer, it's not one of those things that just goes away. I haven't done it for a while now. I think it's been a little over a year since the last time that I did it. And the time before that, it was probably another year. But, it's not something that I constantly think about anymore. But, sometimes I fuck up. I started in high school. I was going through a lot of stress. And for me, my cutting was more about feeling something. For me, it was because when bad things happen in my life, I go into robot shutdown mode. And I found a bad way to make myself feel something. And it's very effective, but it's also extremely destructive. I never had anybody telling me don't do it. I didn't ever have anyone telling me to stop. So I continued, and it wasn't really until college when I finally got some help for it. I mentioned this in my videos before. I finally decided to see a counselor at my college, which was completely free. It's a free resource for students. We started talking about different healthy ways to deal with my stress and my need to feel something other than cutting. She gave me a list of all of these different things to try when I started feeling upset. And they sound kind of silly, but on the list were things like smell it, light a nice candle and sit there and enjoy the scent of the candle, or like take a warm bath and really focus on the sensation of the water and things like that. Like different things where you focus on good feelings or good sensations instead of feeling bad ones. And so I took this list home and I'm thinking, this is ridiculous, this is so silly. And the first time I felt the urge to cut, I tried it, and I picked the first thing off the list, and it was, take your animal and hold your animal and pet it and focus on the feeling of their fur and how soft they are and things like that. And 5 or 10 minutes later, I just sat there, and then my urge kind of went away, and I was like, huh, well that's weird. And so I kept this list around for a while, and I'm not going to say that, I didn't always turn to more negative behavior, but it actually helped. That's something I would definitely recommend for people. It helped me, and I still mess up, I admit. Obviously, I said the last time I had an incident was about a year ago. And another thing that helped too was finding a friend that was willing to help me, no questions asked. The roommate that I live with now, Spencer, I met him a little over a year ago. I remember one instance in particular where I was having an emotional breakdown. I was freaking out, and I called him and I said, I just need you to come over to my house right now and take away all my sharp objects. And he did it. He took everything sharp out of my house, didn't ask any questions, and that was it. So if you have somebody in your life like that, that's definitely helpful too. Just somebody that won't ask questions, won't judge you, won't try to push you into anything, will just help you out. And sometimes that's what it takes. So it's nothing to be embarrassed of, honestly. If you have an issue with self-harm and things like that, it's dangerous. It's definitely dangerous, but I'm not going to tell you that it's this crazy, uncommon thing, because I know tons of people that struggle with it. And it's definitely something I think you should talk to somebody about, whether it's a free counselor, because they're not going to be as judgmental as you think they are. that's what I was afraid of, and the lady I talked to was wonderful and gave me all sorts of different tools to be able to handle my anxiety and my depression differently rather than harming myself. So, you know what, talk to somebody. You can talk to me if you want. I've been through it. I still go through it. It's not one of those things that ever goes away. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'm glad to be back this week, and you'll see me again next week. And yeah, so I hope you guys are doing good. Submit us some good topics, and I'll see you next week.